stronger together. Toyota. Let's go places. One morning that turned into 70 years. Beginning every day together. Join us Friday as we celebrate today at 70.
It's the one and only Big Switch BMW Gentleman right here in the Play Show.
Last week, I'm going to be calling and sending folks to this doghouse and singing out with Mom now.
Yes, sir. And it's streaming exclusively on Peak.
Sound exclusive, but you're on. And with the money.
He's staying the whole year. He's here the whole year. Snoop and Blake coming up post-game captain. Tapping Chris Sims, Jack Collinsworth, Rodney Harrison in Vegas as well. Post-game reaction. First look at the dance to the Winter Olympics earlier today in Nashville. Nathan Chet for the 6th time. National champion of the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Favorite to win the gold in the men's figure skating competition in Beijing. 2018 in Pyeongchang. The chance. Winter Olympics begin February 3rd on NBC and Peacock. Tomorrow on Today, conversation with the entire U.S. Olympic figure skating team. Second half is going on. Stand for his 2 scores. These players get the ball. And now Chris Michelle in the second half. Final half of the regular season. Don't miss 3 all-new episodes of Wednesday's Most Watched Drama.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, we go to Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, as we've been waiting all day for Sunday Night Football, the final game of the regular season, game number 272 before the playoffs begin next week, which we'll get into a little bit later on. But we're going to pick up this Chargers-Raiders matchup at halftime. First off, with some first half stats and scores, and then we're going to update Week 18, the first ever Week 18 in NFL history, with this biggest season ever that is half away from wrapping up before once again the playoffs begin next weekend. Doubleheader on Saturday, tripleheader next Sunday, and Monday Night Football. But first off, thank you, as always, for tuning in and listening. I am your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL. Hashtag NFL season finale. Hashtag NFL playoffs. It's Sunday Night Football. Chargers and Raiders from the Black Hole in Vegas. If the Chargers win, they'll play at Buffalo next week. Steelers at the Chiefs. If the Raiders win, they'll play at Cincinnati next week. Steelers at the Chiefs. If they tie, they're both in, and Pittsburgh's out. Raiders will go to Kansas City. Chargers will go to Buffalo. Here's some advice. Don't tie, okay? We need a winner and we need a loser. Do not tie. First half stats and scores, though, and once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Like, follow, and subscribe, thumbs up button, share, along with hashtag Chargers and Raiders as well. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, always greatly appreciated. The Raiders got out to an early 10-0 lead before the Chargers scored 14 unanswered. The Raiders then scored once again just prior to halftime. So we sit at halftime, about to kick off this third quarter of play momentarily with Al Michaels, here's a guy, and Chris Collinsworth, and Michelle Tafoya. On the call, it is 17-14 for the Silver and Black on top of the Bolts. Justin Herbert. So as we've been waiting all day for Sunday night, sorry for technical difficulty there. The buffer, disconnect and reconnect. I don't know why it's starting to act up now. It was perfectly fine earlier today, so I don't know where it left off. And of course, when it picked back up by any means, but just updating some stats and scores. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Start over because, well, we really just started in this category at least. Herbert's 12-19, 106 yards passing and a touchdown. Eckler, 9 carries on the ground, 53 yards rushing and a score. Jackson, 3-20. And then Cook leads the Chargers in receiving, 3 catches, 38 yards. Eckler, with what I was about to say, he has 2 catches, 28 yards, and a receiving touchdown as well. A lot like he did in primetime on Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night. However, all three of those games were at home in Southern California. Chargers, Raiders. No weather delay to begin this game tonight by any means. But this is a Monday night rematch from early October. It was actually Gruden's last game as the Raider head coach before he resigned a short time later. And, or actually, take that back. It was his next last game. A short week. They played the Bears that Sunday, and then the next day during Monday Night Football, Colts and Ravens, who are now both eliminated from playoff contention. That's when that news broke. Kickoff return out to around the 20, so 1st and 10 for the Chargers. But no, Eckler, he's a dual threat. He can run it and he can catch it and he can score. And doing both, which he has done, and was single-handedly there at one point in time beating the Raiders, but they scored again 17-14. Yeah, that first Monday night game I was referring to was against the Raiders. The Sunday night game was against the Steelers, and then the Thursday night was just last month against the Chiefs. So, once again, as we kick off the second half now, Herbert's going to officially be, as that pass was caught for, as it'll be second down and officially, it's a decent gain. Should have a second and short. Yeah, second and 3, so 7-yard reception. Herbert's now 13-20, $113 and a touchdown. Airs it out again. That's caught by Jared Cook inside Raider territory. Pushed out of bounds inside the 20, so inside the red zone. 2 plays into this second half of 1st and 10. So Herbert, 13-20, $113 and a touchdown. They'll get to the running game here shortly with Eckler and Justin Jackson. 9-53 in the score, 320. Cook now is going to have 4 catches for 80 yards officially. Eckler 2-28 and scored. Keenan Allen has 2 catches, 15 yards. Jalen Guyton 3 of 18. Mike Williams has 2 catches, 8 yards. Palmer 1 of 6. But in the meantime, minute into the second half, Chargers knocking on the door. Officially marking out at the 22, the 1st and 10. And Herbert will hand off to 3-0, and Eckler are going to lose about 3 back to the 25. The Raiders with a 3-point halftime lead, now early third quarter. At home from the Death Star as the Maddens lit the torch. Pre-game, Carr's 9 of 16, 107 yards passing and a touchdown. Jalen Richard has 2 carries, 24 yards. Josh Jacobs 10 of 20 and a touchdown. Foster no, 1 of 44. Waller's back, 1 catch, 18 yards for him. Hunter Renfrow 1 of 12. Edwards the same. Josh Jacobs has 2 catches for that amount, and then Zay Jones 3 catches, 9 yards. Renfrow has the Derek Carr touchdown, I might add, as well. After a 3-yard loss, it's now 2nd down and 13 for the Chargers, who are now in LA, not in San Diego anymore, but from the 25, still division rivals. Herbert, big sack. Back at the 36-yard line, he goes down. Be 3rd and a mile. So they have a good drive going here. Good field position, and now they're going the wrong way. 3rd and 23 officially, says Al Michaels. So see if they can just get themselves some breathing room here and, potentially get on the board and tie this game back up with a field goal. Back at the 38-yard line, it looks like, a 3rd and long. And Herbert just going to dump it off on the screen near side Eckler. And he'll get a few yards, the 33, but this field goal is going to be a long field goal. Maybe about a 50-yarder. 51-yard kick to tie it at 17. And once again, like I said, whatever you do, don't tie. We need a winner and we need a loser. I don't care really who wins or who loses. I picked the Raiders earlier, so we'll see if that sticks. Chargers won earlier this year when these two teams met, but Raiders recently, that kick's going to be no good. Wide left. We shanked it. Had the distance, but wasn't accurate enough. So no good on the kick. Raiders hold on to the 3-point 17-14 lead here. And just as the Chargers had something good going there, well, they don't have anything to show for it. So, yeah, 17-14 your score. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Yeah, but in the end, just don't tie. Do not tie. We'll get more into all that later on. We'll talk about the playoffs with the playoff picture. The NFC's set. Got one team on a bye. 2 will play 7, 3 will play 6, and 4 will play 5. And we'll get into the official matchups with all the teams a little bit later on, once we know the exact schedule, which, of course, we'll find out once we hit a final score here, because there's still a few possibilities with the outcome of this game, and then who plays who, and then, what times, and the networks for next week. But here shortly, we'll update Week 18 as well. Good weekend, good Sunday in the NFL. We had 2 games, of course, yesterday with both road teams picking up wins. Had a few games come down the wire, had a few games go to overtime earlier today as well. So, we'll update all that a little bit later on as well. But I just hope that this game does not end in a tie, because then I'll have some more talking to do at the end of this that I really don't want to get into tonight. I'd rather hold off and save that earliest next week, latest after the Super Bowl, or at any point in time in between, if it comes down to it. But, okay, they give us some times, and all right, this is for the AFC and NFC. So regardless of the outcome of this game, we're going to have some actually all the games set. 2 on Saturday, 3 next Sunday, and Monday Night Football. Which, that's a rematch. That could be a rematch, as that could be a rematch as well. And that too, so... Okay. Next Saturday, we'll have NBC and CBS. The Bengals will host either the Patriots or the Raiders. And then next Saturday night on CBS, the Bills will host either the Chargers or the Patriots. Back to what I said earlier, if the Raiders win, they'll play at Cincinnati. And that game will be at 4:30 Saturday. Which means if they win, then the Patriots are going to the Bills next Saturday night on CBS. So both of these teams, regardless, are going to be on a short week. Unless they tie, and then the Raiders play at Kansas City next Sunday night on NBC. Sunday Night Football. The Steelers get in, they're playing the Chiefs next Sunday night, 8 o'clock. All right. This is all breaking news, so I'm trying to, we're about 2.5 minutes or so behind now. I'm trying to get into what's to come. But if the Chargers win, Yeah, they'll play at Buffalo next Saturday night. And then the Patriots will go to Cincy next Saturday afternoon on NBC, and the Steelers go to the Chiefs next Sunday night. I believe I said that all right. So next Saturday in the playoffs, this is Super Wildcard weekend. It's either going to be New England or Vegas at Cincinnati, 4:30 on NBC. Next Saturday night, it'll either be the Chargers or Patriots at the Bills on CBS. Next Sunday, okay, at least the NFC, they have that set in stone. I mean, all these games are set in stone now, times and networks, just the matchup with the 3 AFC because of the outcome of this game. Next Sunday at 1, Eagles-Bucks on Fox. CBS, and that'll be the Nickelodeon Slime game as well. 49ers-Cowboys at 4:30 next Sunday night. Whether it be the Raiders or Steelers at the Chiefs on NBC. And then next Monday night, yeah, that's a Monday Night Football rematch. Cardinals-Rams. I believe it is, ain't it? Yeah, they played in the desert a month or so ago. And the Cardinals were undefeated on the road until they lost at, who was that, Detroit maybe? If I'm not mistaken. But hell, they just went to Dallas last week and won. They lost at Seattle, though, earlier today. All right, so if it's Patriots-Bills, or Patriots-Bengals, excuse me, and Chargers-Bills on Saturday, I don't think either of those are rematches. I don't. But if it's Raiders-Bills and Patriots, or Raiders-Bengals, excuse me, and Patriots-Bills, both of those are rematches. Eagles-Bucks is a rematch from a Thursday night game. I don't think the 49ers and Cowboys met this year, but of course they're two of the NFL's most historic franchises. That'll be a good game. And then whoever the Chiefs play, whether those or the Raiders or the Steelers, yeah, that's happened already 3 times this year. And the Chiefs have won all 3 games actually too, in blowout fashion. But of course, the Steeler game could have been a little bit different if they didn't turn the ball over. And then Monday night, yeah, it'll be Cardinals-Rams. All right. So we'll hit play. We'll see what they have to say. We'll get back to live action here momentarily. Of course, the Titans and Packers have first-round byes, and they'll be off until the divisional round. So they actually gave that to us a little earlier than expected. You know, yeah, a lot still to be determined. It is 17-14 Raiders. Just do not end in a tie. Whatever you do, do not end in a tie. But of course, everybody's going to take each other out. We're going to get to Super Bowl 56 one way or another. Whether it be in LA or another city, if they do move it late, which I doubt they will. Be Valentine's Day weekend, Sunday night, February the 13th on NBC. In the middle of the Winter Olympics, I might add as well. So, okay, now that we know the matchups, you know, gave it to us a little earlier than expected. Normally, as I was expecting it once again, because normally they don't announce everything until after this game wraps up. Keep people on their seat. I wonder how many people just turned the game off. Okay, so yeah, the NFC was already set. It was Green Bay with a bye, because only now the top seed gets first round bye, second straight year because of the expanded playoffs. 14 teams rather than 12. So Packers are on a bye. The Bucks will host the Eagles, the Cowboys will host the Niners, and the Rams will host the Cardinals. Bucks-Eagles is next Sunday at 1 o'clock. Cowboys-Niners is next Sunday at 4 o'clock. And Rams-Cardinals is next Monday night. So NFC action next Sunday and Monday. AFC, with the Titans on a bye, the Chiefs are either going to host the Raiders or the Steelers. Raiders if this game ends in a tie. And then Pittsburgh's out. The Chargers then go to Buffalo as the Raiders would go to Cincinnati, if I'm mistaken, right? Yes. I believe I said that right. Yeah, if the Chargers win, they go to Buffalo. The Raiders win, they go to Cincinnati. And then the Steelers go to the Chiefs, with the Patriots going to either Buffalo or Kansas City. All right, we're going to fast forward and get back to live action now. A few minutes behind. But I would say arguably, I don't know. They're pretty even. They are, matchup-wise, both AFC and NFC. They are.
In this game, and that's exactly what's happening. So far, only 4 of his 20 passes beyond 10 yards. So the Raiders have been doing a nice job out there, just sort of keeping things underneath them.
The best NFC matchup next week is probably 49ers-Cowboys. They're all good. All three of them are. They are. Give me another crack with Chiefs if I'm the Steelers, no doubt about it. Just don't turn the ball over, because that game's totally different with no turnovers. If the Chargers win, which they're down by 3 here, 10.5 to play in the third quarter. Chargers win, they'll play at Buffalo next week. That'll be 6-3. And if the Raiders win, they'll go to Cincinnati, which is a 5-4. New England drops 6, Pittsburgh 7. Yeah, all right. So Titans are going to be on a bye. Chiefs either going to host the Raiders or the Steelers. The Bills are either going to get New England again or the Chargers. The Bengals are either going to get the Patriots or the Raiders. And the Chiefs game is next Sunday night against either Vegas or Pittsburgh. Buffalo's game is next Saturday night on CBS, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And then the Bengals kick is next Saturday afternoon on NBC to kick off wildcard weekend. So we'll head to Cincinnati. And the Bengals in the playoffs, hell, they haven't won a playoff game in 30 years. So, is that 4th and short? They went for it, didn't get... Yeah, that's on Brandon Staley and the Chargers. Gambling way too damn much. Raiders just hit the jackpot, and they get a turnover on downs, and now they'll have good starting field position. Why are you going for it inside your own 20-yard line? Down 3 in the third quarter. Whether this is a must-win game or not, and if they both tie, they're both in, but he didn't kick, I don't know how many field goals against the Chiefs, and they lost. He kicks 1, if not 2 of those, and they make it. That game doesn't go to overtime, they don't lose. Just stupid, boneheaded decision. Bad coaching is what it is. I get you got to have some balls, some nerve. They toss it, and it actually ended up being a double handoff. And only a few yards for the Raiders on that play. But, yeah, just... Hell, he was even held, and he still made the tackle for a loss in the backfield. I just feel like I was saying there, the Raiders recently down the stretch, they've been more consistent. They've been able to find ways to win. And if they have to head back to the Midwest, not to the Chiefs, because they got blown out home and away against Kansas City this year. Third time might be a charm, though. Carr rolling out, incomplete in the end zone. They might get intentional grounding on that. But at the same time, like, he threw it 20 yards downfield. That's not a penalty. So it would be 3rd and 6. But no, remember, they just recently, the past month or so, right before and after Christmas, went to the Browns and went to the Colts and won on game-winning field goals. Don't tell me if the Raiders win here tonight, which if they do, they'll go to Cincinnati, that they can't go beat the Bengals. Especially when the Bengals are, the Bengals who haven't had a playoff win in 30 years. They always have good seasons on their division crown, but until they win in the playoffs, until they show that they can win come playoff time, I mean, it's just a little hard to pick them. It is. And then on to Cincinnati, if it's, New England going to the jungle, that would happen if the Chargers were to win, because they'd go to Buffalo and then New England would go to Cincy. Like Belichick against Burrow, like, yeah, no doubt about it, take my money, but I'm banking on experience. That field goal's up and good. Raiders now lead at 20-14. So a 6-point lead, 8:03 to play in the third quarter. Little breathing room for them. They capitalize off turnover on downs. Good starting field position. Can't punch it in, but they settle for 3 and kicks up and good. So 20-14 Raiders. So now they've scored 10 unanswered once again, as they did to begin the game. This has been one of those games, back and forth. 10-0, 14-10, 17-14, now it's 20-14. So 10-14, back to 10-point lead. Or make it a 6-point lead with 10 unanswered, for the silver and black. But, the Raiders just recently, and all season long, I mean, both teams have put themselves in a good spot to make the playoffs. And no doubt, no wonder, this game is Sunday Night Football for the final regular season game of the year. With it's winning, you're in for the winner. Losers done. Season's over with. They're out. Move on to next year. But if they tie, they're both in. And then Pittsburgh gets screwed. But Pittsburgh, at the same time, they screwed themselves because they lost to both of these teams already this year. They lost to the Raiders week 2, I do believe it was early September. And then they lost to the Chargers Sunday before Thanksgiving. One-score games. So we'll get more into all that later on. Hopefully, of course, we won't have to, but if it comes down to it, believe me, I'm ready. No, but yeah, just don't tie. What the hell you do? Do not tie. But, win or lose, ties very rarely happen anymore. But, there's always that but. Steelers and Lions tied back in November. So, it can happen. But now with the Raiders on top by 6, at least they have a little bit bigger of a lead compared to just what it was. But like I said, it's been, 10, 14, 10 unanswered for both these teams. So, yeah, they're going to really hammer these Olympic promos now, less than a month away from the Winter Games beginning early February. And the Super Bowl is, 10 days later? A week and a half or so later, yeah. So I believe maybe the first time that happens in history because, season's pushed back because of how big it is now. There'd always be that few days in between, but now they're going to overlap, and the one's going to be ongoing when the others got one more game to play. in the biggest game of the year. Touchback on the kick, but the Chargers just been too inconsistent up and down this season. Not necessarily, Chargers of old, rather than, blowing leads and finding ways to lose. They've, found ways to win a few, but then just some stupid decisions. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Keep it simple. And, yeah, just mind-boggling. Just doesn't make any sense. Especially when, you still got a lot of football left to be played. Because those 3 points could come back and hurt you. Could cost you your season. Hand off to Eckler. He gets about 7 yards. But, this playoff picture now. Okay, so we got a doubleheader Saturday. It's going to be the Bengals and Bills hosting playoff games. Next Sunday, it'll be as the Chargers go hurry up. It's not 2nd and 10, it's 2nd and 3. Graphics wrong. Herbert down the middle. It's caught and then dropped by Keenan Allen at 45. 3rd and 3. So they go hurry up, but it doesn't work in their favor. And 3rd and short. We got the Eagles and Bucks, which, that's a rematch from, it was week 5, week 6, it was mid-October, it was a Thursday night. And Tampa almost blew it. They found a way to win late. Herbert goes down on the sack, and it'll be 4th and long, and they're on to punt. Raiders getting it back up 6, 20-14. 7:20 and counting to play in this 3rd quarter. Raiders trying to make the playoffs for only the 2nd time in the past 18 years. They really haven't been the same since Chucky was there before. And then, of course, they trade him in the offseason. He beats them in Super Bowl 37 with the Bucks. And that's back to Tampa Bay and Philly. And it was a championship game that year, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. From the vet before the link opened up the following year in 03. Because that was the 02 season. That's 20 years ago, which is hard to believe. But the Chargers on the punt. Raiders getting it back. Could do some damage now if they want to. From the 20 on the punt return, Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get to the 32. 1st and 10 Raiders. Now we got some pushing and shoving after the big hit. We'll take a TV timeout. But that's Sunday at 1. We got a late penalty, so we'll hold off on the commercial. Yeah. The refs finally do get involved and break it up. So we'll see what the dirty laundry is. Probably just an offset. Come on, Zebras, what's the call? After the play, got a personal foul, unnecessary roughness. On the defense, the return team, the Raiders. So 15 yards from the end of the run, back them up. Raiders will have a 1st and 10 from where they're really spotted at. 6.5, 6:31 officially played in the 3rd quarter. Raiders with 6-point, 20-14 lead on top of the Chargers. That's at 1 o'clock next Sunday on Fox. So Fox only getting what, 1 game? Yeah, they're only getting 1 game. Fox getting 1 game, CBS is getting 2, and NBC's getting 2, and ESPN's getting 1. But then Fox, along with CBS, they'll have 2 apiece the following few weeks there. NBC might get 1 more, but they have the Super Bowl though too, so you keep that in mind. ESPN's final game of the year will be next Monday night for football. Of course, college football playoff national championship games tomorrow night with Alabama and Georgia. And then a week from then, they'll have out in LA the Cardinals and Rams. Cardinals went to LA and won earlier this year as well. So that'd be a good match. But the Rams then went to the desert and won, about a month or so ago. It was right before Christmas. Middle of December is when it was. So a few rematches. course, ESPN's going to have the Pro Bowl from Allegiant Stadium. The Death Star, the black hole in Vegas, home of the Raiders. And then the Super Bowl is a week later. And 4 o'clock games on CBS. That'll be Niners and Cowboys. That's, I believe, 40 years, if I'm not mistaken, since the catch. Montana to the late, great Dwight Clark. Such a good game. Of course, both franchises are tied with 5 Lombardis apiece, so one team's going to advance, the other's going to go home. And then, next Sunday on NBC, it'll either be the Raiders or the Steelers at the Chiefs. So we'll see how it all plays out. And we'll see how this game plays out as well. Just don't tie. Whatever you do, don't tie. And then at the end of this, we still got to update Week 18, which we'll get to here shortly. Once again, probably at the end of the third quarter, to be honest with you. I'll give you my playoff picks. I'll tell you who I think is going to win in the wild card round, get into the divisional, conference championship games, and then as I still might do a playoff preview middle of the week sometime, add in some more info then. But as mentioned earlier, didn't know really what I was going to do. Still really don't. I'm just like flying by the edge of my seat right now with this. But figured, big of a game as it is, just don't tie. Need a winner and a loser. That's caught by Brian Edwards, the third down at the 21. But I figured I'd just hop on and do the second half as mentioned earlier, and get the playoff matchups and give some quick picks, playoff preview, NFL playoff predictions, rather than a separate video. But I still might do a separate video Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime this week. We'll see. But then, of course, next weekend I'll have live watch-along reactions that are on YouTube of the NFL playoffs as they'll begin with the Super Walker on Saturday, Sunday, and next Monday night. Carr on a rollout, had all day to throw, and advanced the play and found Brian Edwards open downfield, and they go back-to-back, forward 89 from their first down, and out around midfield, it looks like 1st and 10 for the silver and black. And with everything the Raiders have gone through this year, on and off the field, from a good start at 3-1, their first loss was to these Chargers. A week or so later, Gruden steps down, scapegoat and email debacle. NFL saving their ass. To the Henry Ruggs incident. And then, of course, John Madden, the former Raider head coach himself, passing away right after Christmas. The Raiders have been able to win home or away, unless it's the Chiefs, of course, for the most part all year. They were 6-7. But remember, they went to Dallas on Thanksgiving, found a way to win in overtime on a game-winning field goal. They went to Cleveland, Indianapolis, and also won on game-winning field goals. So like I said earlier, don't tell me if they win here tonight, they can't go to Cincinnati next Saturday. That'll be the first game of the playoff round, opening round, but the first game overall this upcoming playoffs, and not win, And just as they did a few years back, remember they went to the Texans, and they ended up losing, if I'm not mistaken. It was their first playoff appearance since, when they were in the Super Bowl, as this would be their second playoff appearance since then as well. So, Carr rolling out 1st and 10, making plays, throw it out of bounds, incomplete. So, Got a late penalty flag as well. They're signaling against the Charger defense. 3:23 to play in the third quarter. And got a defensive hold. 5 yards, automatic first down. All right. I have had a few penalties tonight, whether they've been good calls or not. We've had a few penalties tonight. I mean, there have been a few obvious ones. I mean, you can't hold somebody or even tackle somebody right in front of the official and not expect to get a penalty called against you. But the refs are letting them play to an extent. So take it for what it's worth from Clete Blakeman and his officiating crew. But 1st and 10, around the 30, handoff to Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about a yard or so if he's lucky enough. Be 2nd down and officially 7. Okay. Actually, it was 1st and 5, was it not? That automatic first down? I believe so. So he actually lost a yard or 2, and it'll be 2nd and 6.5, 7. That pass caught. A 3rd short, though, coming up next. That's all that matters. Foster Renault on reception. Like I said, if Vegas can score some points here, they could really honestly do some damage and put this game out of reach for the Chargers. And it's going to go back to, why the hell are you going for it? Inside your own fucking 20-yard line. Makes no sense. When you're down 3, you punt, you play defense. Here comes the Wildcat. Marcus Mariota in the ballgame at quarterback. I ran this earlier. Actually, run it a few times earlier. They've ran it every time. See if they run it again. They will. Actually, Mariota keeps it for himself, tucks it and runs. And he gets a 1st and goal inside the 10 down to the 7. There was one other time, though, he should have kept it. Pump faked, hit him in wide open in the end zone. It would have been a touchdown. But the Chargers early were able to stuff it. They're going to stuff it. They hand it off right there again. But, well, simple RPO. He keeps it for himself. His car lined up near side by himself. Mariota gets the 1st down. Now hammer it. Back to your running game and run 2-8. Run double J, Josh Jacobs. And we'll see if he can sing his way. Handoff. He'll get 2 yards, maybe to the 5. Sing his way, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, into the end zone. But minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Yeah. Come on, Raiders. Punch it in. Let's score. I mean, if Eckler isn't doing what he's done, the Chargers right now are getting shut out, and this is a blowout. You know, it's 20-0. Pass. Caught. What a catch by Brian Edwards. They're going to say incomplete. He was out of bounds. I'd want to look at that, though. I think that might be a touchdown. He caught it. I don't know if he dropped it as he fell. But at the same time, did he have 2 feet in bounds? I don't know. I have to get a clearer look here. Closer look as well. I think that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. He one-handed it. Oh, he dropped it late. Okay. He one-handed it with his right hand. Right foot's in. Drags his left with his tippy toes. Then he falls down the ball. That's still control and possession. Then the ball came out. But the thing is, they rolled it incomplete on the field. They're going to have to find undisputed evidence to return it. I mean, if I'm the Raiders, I wouldn't mind challenging this because you might get it overturned. You might win. It might be a touchdown. At the same time, you got a goal to go, inside the 10, and you can just play on. They call a timeout. Rich Bisaccia, who is the special teams coordinator, the interim, taking over for Gruden, calls the white capper, Clete Blakeman, over, and I guess it's not going to be challengeable for some unknown reason. I don't know why it would be, or wouldn't be. So, they call a timeout, they get reset. It'll be 3rd and goal. So, I mean, you just play on. Because the thing is, it was incomplete on the field. You have to find unspeakable evidence to return it. They probably have, but they probably don't. They're going to go, call stands on the field. So just play through it. 3rd and goal now from the 6 for the Raiders. And Carr stepping up, gets rid of it, gets drilled, throws it in the crowd. Late penalty on the play as well. I don't think the penalty was on the hit. There might have been a hold near side or illegal contact or a defensive hold on the defense. Prior to the pass, got a hold, and it should be half the distance. Yeah, half the distance, 1st and goal for the Raiders. So they get a new set of downs, one play after all that anyway. So work the clock. Hell, you don't even have to snap it now before the end of the quarter if you don't want to. You can switch ends, let the clock run, because it's under 40 seconds. You got a 1st and goal inside the 5, and you score early 4th quarter. Actually, the clock is stopped. Why is the clock stopped? Out of the eye, they'll run it. Jacobs, okay, 2nd and goal from the 3. Now they can run out the quarter if they want to, which they will, it looks like. But, I mean, early 4th quarter, you score here. Even with a field goal, at a 9-point lead, that's 2 scores. Because a touchdown and a 2-point, you're still down 1 if you're the Chargers. You score a touchdown, though, actually put this game out of reach because the Chargers could still do something in the 4th quarter. But, I know what I said there a minute ago. You could do some damage, and you could put this game out of reach if you'd want to. Winning in, we got 15 minutes left to play in this regular season. But if you score a touchdown, it's 2-point or a 2-score game, excuse me. And, maybe you do go for 2 at the tail end of it to make it 28-14. Just so that 1 point doesn't come back to bite you. But if you, of course, go for it, you don't get it, well, then you're up 12, and then, that's deciding to go for it for 2 at least, a little too earlier than you actually need to, As good as they're playing on defense, at least the second half, hopefully it'll continue into the 4th quarter. I mean, it really hasn't necessarily been a tale of 2 halves by any means just yet. Tail of a quarter here or there, yeah, maybe a little bit, but yeah, this game looks like it's going to come down to the wire. I know when they met before, it was over there, a few minutes to play, but Raiders are going to try to, of course, get some revenge and pick up a win and get in the playoffs. I believe that was the 2015-2016 season. The Raiders last made the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. They lost to the Texans in the first game of the wild card round. The Bengals are normally playing on Saturday, and they will. They'll host either of these Raiders if they win, or the Patriots if the Chargers win. So you have the Chargers win, they go to Buffalo, and then the Patriots go to Cincinnati. But if the Raiders win, they go to Cincinnati, and New England goes back to Buffalo for the 3rd time in the past month. And then Pittsburgh goes to Kansas City. If we have a winner, if we have a tie, the Steelers are out. And then both of these teams are in. And it doesn't really get tricky, but, we've talked about it a little bit. We'll talk more about it later with the official schedule for the NFL playoffs that'll begin next week. Just as always, thanks for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Coolin 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Mariota on 2nd and goal, going to keep it for himself, and he gets tripped up at the 2-yard line, so they'll have a 3rd and goal from there. But yeah, just be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button. Share. It is Sunday Night Football. They'll have a few more games, at least 3 that we know of, on NBC from now until the end of the regular season. with the playoffs included in the Super Bowl. Well, technically 4 if you want to count this, but yeah, they got 2 next week, Saturday afternoon, Sunday night, and they might get 1 in the divisional round. I don't know though. And then as Carr finds Renfro in the end zone, touchdown Raiders, 26-14 with 14-14 to play. That's what I like to see. Don't tie. We need a winner and we need a loser. And I picked the Raiders earlier. Chargers gonna be going back their old ways and just they're playing like shit, but not a whole lot going their way. Raiders at home, lead now in the 4th quarter. Find a running game. See if they can run it when they need to. Put it to them and call it a night. And if the Raiders win, they go to Cincinnati. I'd put my money on them too. I would. I'd like the silver and black over the Bengals. It coin flip then with the Patriots and Bills because they split. Both those games would be good. They're going to go for 2. Okay, so go back to potentially going for 2 here. They'll go for 2. Quick bubble screen complete to Renfro, and he was going to look to lateral it and decided not to, which is a good decision. So no good. They don't get it. They lead by 12 with 14-14 to play. 26-14. When you probably should have kicked it, but oh well. You still got a 12-point lead, and you're playing good on defense. So, I mean, there's not really much else you can ask for the Raiders right now. But, yeah, we'll see how this game, of course, finishes out here. But, yeah, we'll get more into the official playoff matchups in times and networks, as they've already announced all that a little bit later on. Of course, we talked about it a little bit already, but get more into it later. Like I said, I'll let you know my picks at that point in time, too. Still, potentially keep an eye on an NFL playoff preview releasing on the YouTube channel here some point in time this week. Maybe not, though. You know, maybe I say what I say tonight, and then that's it. Just be sure to tune back in tomorrow night for College Football Playoff. National Championship game. I've watched long reactions with WWE Monday Night Raw as well. And then, you know, the NFL playoffs begin next week, so be sure to tune back in then. But I still might release a video. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, just once again here tonight. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Link in the description below. Thumbs up button. Share. Questions, comments, super chat, super stickers, always greatly appreciated. Okay, we're going to update some stats and scores, and then also update with what happened around the league here, week 18 as well. Justin Herbert, the Chargers actually going to get the ball back when we return, is 17-25, 166 yards passing, and a touchdown. Eckler, I mean, the Charger offense had a quiet second half. I mean, I get we're only early 4th quarter, but 3 and out, turnover on downs. I mean, it's still a 9-point lead. If the Raiders score there and you go back to, you know, the Chargers going for it on 4th and short and not getting it, and then they kick the field goal. But if they punt, you know, and get a stop, I mean, we're probably still sitting at 17. 14, maybe a little bit more, somewhere in between there, and 23-24, but probably not. And it's 26-14, so yeah, Eckler, we'll see how much they work him in here. 15 carries, 60 yards, and touchdown. Dustin Jackson, 3-20. And then Jared Cook has 4 catches, 80 yards. Austin Eckler, 3-30 in a score. Keenan Allen has 3 catches, 21 yards, so 3-2-1, not looking good for him. Guyton, 4 catches, 21 yards. Mike Williams, 2 of 8. But the Raiders now on top by 12. More breathing room for us Steeler fans. Derek Carr is 13-26, 149 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. That last one, of course, to Hunter Renfro. Actually, the earlier one was Hunter Renfro as well, who only has 2 catches, 14 yards, and those 2 touchdowns. Yeah, so the Steelers are tweeting, thank you, Jags. They're tuned into this game. We want to see a good game tonight, Chargers and Raiders, and we're all in for a win. Just don't tie. Yeah. If this game ends in a tie, the Steelers are out. There's a few Steeler fans in the crowd as well. Of course, don't know if they got tickets after the fact or if they were planning on going this game the whole entire time. But, Steeler Nation's everywhere to begin with. So here we go. If this game ends in a tie, the Steelers are out. But if there's a winner, Pittsburgh's in at 7. They go to Kansas City next week. And pulling for the Raiders, picked them earlier. They're on top, so we'll see if it stands. Chargers come back and win. Okay, so be it too. The Steelers are still in. Just don't tie. Whatever you do, make sure this game does not go to overtime and then end in a tie. But yeah, Carrs, 14 and 27, 140 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Both actually, as mentioned, Hunter Renfrow. 2 of 14 for him receiving. Josh Jacobs, 18 carries, 58 yards rushing and a touchdown. Jalen Richard, 2 of 24. Mariota has 3 carries, 15 yards. Marneau, 2 of 50 receiving. Darren Waller, quiet return here tonight, 2 catches, 22 yards. They're going to work him back into the offense, no doubt about it. Renfrow, those 2 touchdowns. Brian Edwards, a few big catches, 3 of 46. Jacobs, 2 of 12. Out of the backfield, Zay Jones, 3 of 9. But here in the meantime, from the 30, 3rd and 5 for the Chargers. Trips near side, maybe a little bit of a false start early, but Herbert going to go down on the sack. Actually, he gets rid of it right at the last second. And then it's picked off the 35, so it lucks out in favor of the Raiders even more than a sack. They get a turnover, and they already have a 12-point lead with 12:55 to play. Even with the 2 timeouts and 2-minute warning, they could really put this game away now if they want to. It has been a tale of 2 halves now. I mean, it was 10 unanswered, 10-0 early lead for the Raiders. 14 unanswered, 14-10, 17-14, 20-14. And then they score again. 2 points, no good. Going to get the ball back after the turnover. Chargers haven't done a damn thing since second quarter. 3 and out on the punt, turnover on downs, and now they turn it over. So, I mean, 3rd and 5, deep ball picked off. I mean, you switch the field, it would probably be as if you would have punted anyway. But from the 36, they got a 1st and 10. Hand off Josh Jacobs. He's going to lower his shoulder right there at the first down marker and get another Raider first down. Move the sticks. They'll give him a 10.5, 11-yard run. Work the clock. Run the damn ball. Please and thank you. Just make sure somebody wins this game. Because if so, the Steelers, after their win earlier and help from the Jacksonville Jaguars with their win over the Colts, as long as this game doesn't end in a tie, the Steelers are in. So Pittsburgh's 12.5 away from going to the playoffs once again. We still got to update Week 18, which we'll get to next commercial break. Mark my words. First and 10, bubble screen complete to Renfrow, and then he sort of just falls down awkwardly. And he knew, I think he didn't have anywhere to go, and he just fell down, didn't want to risk it. Work the clock. Yeah, you don't have to snap it on the play clock until under 5. Yeah, the Raiders arguably could do some damage come playoff time. As could the Steelers. So keep an eye on both of those teams. Maybe recent passing of John Madden, we'll get an AFC Championship rematch. Of course, it'll be in Vegas this time around. And then Ben could check off another stadium that he played in. Another win, potentially. Even though I don't believe he's ever beat the Raiders on the road, if I'm mistaken, from what I can recall, from the Week 2 meeting. And even, when they've played out west, they haven't, done well over the past 18 years with them starting at quarterback. I'm not saying, there's going to be an immaculate reception this time around, almost 50 years to the day by any means, but we'll see what happens. Of course, that's why they play games. They do work the clock. 3, 2, 1, they snap it. 3rd and 4, dump off, and Jalen Richard, he gets the first down. Nice move by him. Stays in bounds as well, so the clock's going to roll. 10.5 and counting to play. Sort of shuffled his feet. Defender bit. He cut back in and got the first down and stayed in bounds and moved the sticks. Clock continues to roll. Work the play clock. keep it simple. Run the damn ball up and play action if you need to. Go to your tight ends and pick up a first down. Another first down while you're at it, and just continue to drive the football and score some more points here. I mean, a field goal would be good enough. You know, go up 15. They're going to need 2 touchdowns and one of those to be added on with a 2-point attempt. That's good. So, yeah. 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard run. Work the clock. Come on, Raiders. It's a missed tackle. He should have been tackled in the backfield for a loss. Somehow maneuvered his way for a few yards, and now they got a 2nd and medium. Carr under center, 2nd and 5. They pass, and it's a little high and complete. 10 for Darren Waller. I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, yeah, you're not going to run every play. You're going to throw it. Just a little high and complete. 3rd and 5. Clock's going to stop, 9:13 to play. But I think the Chargers know, unless they can mount a comeback here, if they can get a stop and get off the field on defense, that their season's winding down. And the Raiders are going to be going to Cincinnati, and Steelers go to Kansas City, so that means Patriots go to Buffalo again. 3rd and 5 from the 34. And a step up, complete to Renfro. Well, yeah, if he would have went north-south, he really couldn't, though. He had to make a move and try to make a play on it. Goes east-west, doesn't really get anywhere. 4th down and, 4? Where are they at in the field? They're on the outside field goal range for Daniel Carlson, so they're going to have to punt. I mean, you could kick a long field goal if you want to. I mean, it's going to be from about 50. Here he comes. They're going to kick it to go up 29-14 with under 10 to play. I mean, if he misses, this could come back and bite him. I mean, you could punt, pin him, beat, make him drive on you. 52 officially. And the Chargers missed that 51-yarder. It was wide right. This kick going to be up and good, though. Sneaks in right the last second. And the Raiders with 8:23 to play on Sunday Night Football in the final regular season game of the season before the playoffs begin. It looks like we will have a winner. Right now, the Raiders are on top. Now 29-14 with that field goal. Up and good. They win. They go to Cincinnati. Steelers go to the Chiefs. And the Patriots go to the Bills. All rematches in the AFC wildcard round. As the Bengals played at the Raiders, I believe it was sometime in November. I'll have to look that up. I think it was before Thanksgiving sometime. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't remember who won. I know, though, for the other games, so that might be why I do an actual playoff preview, to get my ducks in a row and get my notes straight. So I say what I want to say, along with probably repeat myself a few times with everything I'm, of course, saying here tonight. Trying to keep it short and simple, though, too. Yeah, the Chiefs beat the Steelers, and then, of course, the Bills and Patriots split. It'll be a third meeting in the past month. They met on that Monday night, early December, in the cold, snowy wind, and then the day after Christmas as well, which is when Pittsburgh went to Kansas City and lost, and the turnovers were a big factor in that outcome, no doubt about it. A whole different game, I thought. Pittsburgh, of course, don't turn the ball over, but they did, and they lost because the Chiefs capitalized. So, yeah, I'll have to look on, or if anybody does know, in the comments below, look up if the Raiders beat the Bengals, or if it was the other way around. Okay, they give us, more graphics. Of course, this is just for NBC. They got the early Saturday game, and then they got Sunday night. And Monday Night Football, first ever Monday Night playoff game. So history being made there as well. There's Vegas, right on the strip, sits the stadium. But whether the Raiders are in Vegas, or in Oakland, LA, back in Oakland, now in Vegas, they're still the silver and black Raiders. Plain and simple, end of story. Carlson on the kickoff after that 52-yard field goal. Almost kicked the 3 uprights on that. 29-14 now, Raiders on top of the Chargers. But I'll have to check on if the Raiders beat the Bengals or if the Bengals beat the Raiders. And then also, like I said, I know Kansas City beat Pittsburgh, and then the Bills and Patriots split. Third time's a charm for one of those two teams to advance in the playoffs to get to the divisional round. NFC-wise, it's Tampa hosting Philly. They already went to the link and won. So, you're going up against Brady and the Bucks on the road now. Philly's a totally different team, no doubt about it, but they just got blown out last night. Of course, not a lot of the starters played by any means, but that game should be good. I mean, it's going to be a little hard to pick against Brady and the Bucks, no doubt about it. But his kryptonite, it's pinned the Giants and Eagles, at least in Super Bowls it has. So, we'll see how the outcome of that game goes, or how that game goes, and then whatever the outcome is, we'll see. Chargers get first down there, a couple passes from Herbert. But, 49ers, Cowboys, and then Monday night, another divisional rematch come playoff time with the Cardinals and Rams. So the NFC West, I do believe, I believe so, because they got the Rams, they got the Cardinals, and they got the 49ers. Whereas the AFC East got 2, the AFC North could get 2. Of course, if we have a winner here, which it looks like we will, you have the Bengals and Steelers. The South will only get 1 as the top seed, and the Titans, because the Colts lost earlier. They got clowned by the Jags. And then the West is going to get 2 in. It's going to be the Chiefs and Raiders. Yeah, those are your 7 in the AFC. NFC-wise, the East, you're going to get the Cowboys. Actually, the Eagles as a 7 seed. So both PA teams, Pennsylvania teams, are going to be your 7 seeds. We've almost had a Pennsylvania Super Bowl a few times. Why not this year? I doubt it, but we'll see. So the NFC East gets 2 teams in. The North only gets 1 no. With the Packers as the 1 seed. So both top seeds, those divisions only got 1 team in. The South is only going to get 1 in. As well with the Bucks. Because even with the Saints win earlier, 49ers won, so San Fran gets in, and then the West gets 3. That's exactly how it goes. All right. That pass, incomplete, right at the goal line. 10 for Cook. And the Raider defense cooked him, and it falls incomplete. But, I mean, you play to win the game, and the Raiders just win, baby. They got a 15-point lead here, and see if they can hang on to it. Back to Raiders-Bengals. They met in Vegas. It would have been the Sunday before Thanksgiving. And Cincinnati won 32-13. So the Raiders are going to be looking for some revenge. All right. So all 3, what looks like matchups with the outcome of this game now. And all 3 wildcard AFC games next week are rematches from at some point in time in the regular season. 1 for the 3rd time. NFC-wise, you got 2 of them. The only non-rematch is 49ers Cowboys. 3rd and 6 for the Chargers from the 20. And Herbert, that pass incomplete. Nice coverage. No penalty, and 5:01 to play, 4th and 6. Chargers have 3 timeouts plus 2-minute warning. When you're down 15, I mean, you could kick it. I mean, I got to go for it, though. Because if you kick it, you're still down 12. I mean, you're just playing catch-up. You're trading field goals for touchdowns. And, I mean, this might be the Charger season right here. Yeah, never say never, but never, Al Michaels. And with the Raider win, Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be in the playoffs. From the 18, 4th and 6, Chargers going for it. Herbert, it's caught right there at the first down marker, and they should give him enough for first down. Well, maybe not. He's a half yard short. That's turnover. No turnover on downs. No. You got to measure. That's chain gang coming onto the field. Yeah. Probably a bad spot by the ref, to be honest with you. Well, that might be worth the challenge from the Chargers. He caught at both knees, but not down by contact yet. It's not college football, it's the NFL. And then ball's right there as he gets hit, and he's still down before he reaches. So they're going to give him, yeah, he's going to be a half yard short. That's probably a good spot, actually. If I'm the Chargers, though, I'd challenge it. Why the hell not? Your season's on the line with that play on 4th and 6 for a first down. They're going to measure, though. But, challenging a measurement to respot the ball, you're not going to win that. He's good half yard short. Shit. Turnover on downs again. And he challenges it. He throws a red flag right onto the field, even before they move the chains. And we're going to take a commercial break, but you're not going to win this. You need undisputed evidence to overturn it. You're not going to overturn a challenge for the spot of the ball. There's no chance in hell. None. Yeah, we're going to need an index card on Sunday Night Football with the Raiders as well. I mean, there was one earlier in this game that they got the spot wrong, and they did overturn it, though. So, like I said, with the officiating, it's, been average tonight. They have called the clear and obvious, but they've thrown a few that they probably shouldn't have, and they've missed a few calls. So they're going to challenge it. We'll see if they win or not. I don't think they will. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, though, just for the hell of it, to keep them in the game. See if they can score and, make this game a little closer than what it is. Especially with the Raiders and a review underway. With the season on the line, why the hell not? And, it also involves the Steelers, so, yeah. Calling the field is turnover on downs. He's a half yard short. They measure. I mean, what are you going to see in the review to respot the ball to measure again? Because that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to say he was down. We're going to spot the ball here. We're going to remeasure. And then just watch. He's still going to be short. He might be, good enough by nose of a football, but I think it's still going to be a turnover on downs. It's going to be Raider football, and this game's over. I mean, they're up 15 with under 5 to play. Chargers still 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning to get the ball back and, score twice. But once again, one of those touchdowns is going to have to be with a 2-point successful conversion at the end of it. So, to even have a chance to tie it, let alone take the lead, I might add. So, yeah, that's where we are. We'll see what the call is going to be, but calling the field short of first down. And it will be a first down. Urs Versace just got an official word from the ref. He said first down, and the ref shook his head. Yeah, they're going to overturn it. They should remeasure is what they should do. They won't, though. That's half yard short. That's where the ball was spotted. After review, what do you got? 12-yard line, which is enough for a first down. So boos from the crowd, and rightfully so. Let's go. You got to play through it. Forget about it. Just play on. Get another stop. Force pressure on Herbert. Get a turnover. Get him the hell out of field goal range. Make him go for it. Get on fourth down if it comes down to it. Put this game away. 1st and 10 from the 12 for the Raiders. Or, excuse me, the Chargers, with the Raiders on defense. Actually running some defenders on there late. But the referee, of course, going to allow it because the whistle hasn't blown yet. Now it does. But they got 8 shots to punch it in here. We'll see if they can. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. That's a hold. That is a hold. There's a late penalty, which is going to be the hold. Herbert almost went down on the sack as well. Tripped himself, and then he threw it sidearm. It fell incomplete, but 10 yards, replay the down on the hold. It'll be 1st and 20. That's a good call. That's a clear hold. And that's holding. Continue to bring pressure. Yeah. He still got to him and tripped him up, even with the hold. Of course, the Chargers are going to want tripping on it, but with the hold, it forced him to, flip his body the way he did, and then Herbert's right there, and he just stumbled. So you could have offsetting penalties. We're not going to call that. So the late whistle, we got 1st and 20. Hell, they're kind of yelling at the end of that, too, if they wanted it, because I don't know if anybody was even in the area. 4:44 to play. Yeah, Zebra's huddling up. I don't know why. Play on. Let's go. Spot the ball, maybe, after the hold, 1st and 20, rather than 2nd and 10 with the incompletion. So take the yards rather than the down and accept the penalty, or are they going to decline it? He was actually down by contact, but there was a hold, though. Okay, they actually decline it, so now it'll be 2nd and long rather than 1st and 20 because he was down. So they take the down rather than the yardage and decline the penalty. Yeah, ball's still in his hand and both knees are down there. That's a good call. I mean, that's what the officiating. It's been split. I mean, there's been a few good calls, a few bad calls, a few missed calls, but at the same time, they've been letting them play, so it is what it is. 2nd and 21, actually. Herbert going deep in the end zone. Nobody there, incomplete. 3rd down. So 3-2-1, 3rd and 21. These next 2 plays could be the Chargers season. And as long as we have a winner, don't tie. Whether it's the Chargers coming back and winning this game or the Raiders holding on to win, make sure there's a winner and a loser, because if so, the Steelers are in the playoffs. And that's all that matters right now. But a big win for the Raiders if they do win, no doubt about it. And we still got to update with what happened Week 18 here, which we'll get to here next commercial break. 3rd and 21, Herbert going to lob it, and it's caught and dropped by Eckler, who ran a wheel, and I'm surprised they didn't throw a penalty on a DPI on that. 4th down, 21. Why not work something over the middle and give yourselves a, shorter down to go rather than 4th and long still? Like, play calling. No sense. So 4th and 21, here's your ball game, folks. And if the Raiders win, Pittsburgh's going to the playoffs. Herbert in the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. All right. They're going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point deficit at 29-22. They don't get it there. They're still down by 9. Just don't tie. Whatever you do, do not tie. If the Chargers come back and win, so be it. Just have a winner and a loser. That's all I'm rooting for right now. I picked the Raiders earlier, but hey, they blow it, they blow it. Credit to the Chargers then. They just gave up a 4th and 21 for a touchdown, for God's sakes. And now play clock winding down. We're going to have a timeout by the Silver and Black. They'll have 1 remaining with 4:28 to play. Yeah, Chargers are going to go for 2 here to make it a 7-point game. And this goes back to remember the Raiders went for 2 a little earlier than they needed to. And then they have the field goal. Because it was 26-14. They go for 2. They don't get it. When you kick it and then you kick your field goal, you're up 30-20 right now. And then they still go for 2. And it's an 8-point game, but then you need another touchdown and 2-point to tie it. So, not hurting them, but it's not helping them. Because even with the lead, they're still being put in a tough spot because they're going to have to do something on offense when they get the ball back now to really put this game away. Herbert pump fakes, and then it's going to be caught in the end zone for a successful 2-point conversion. Make it 29-22 Raiders with 4:28 to play. Raiders, please do something. Please just get in field goal range, kick a field goal, go up 10. Score another touchdown while you're at it. Make sure this game doesn't end in a tie right now. I mean, I swear to God, believe me, if this game ends in a tie, after everything all year and everything today and everything so far in this game, for God's sakes, do not end in a tie. Whatever you do not tie. Come on now. There's still a chance that it does. Hopefully not. 29-22 Raiders. 4:28 to play. Yeah, Raiders have 1 timeout, 2-minute warning. Chargers have 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning. So that might be the difference there. We're going to update Week 18 here in a second. So stay tuned. They're going to kick an onside kick this early? No, you kick it deep. You play defense. You got 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. But if they work the clock on you, then you're stuck. So maybe you do kick an onside here. They'll boom it deep. Yeah, they kick it deep. And a touchback. Be 1st and 10 Raiders from the 25. Up 7, 29-22 with 4.5 to play on Sunday Night Football in the final regular season game of the year. They're going to give us some highlights. Work the telestrator. But Week 18 actually began yesterday. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Denver Broncos 28-24. The Dallas Cowboys also went on the road and won 51-26 over the Philadelphia Eagles. And then earlier today, the Browns beat the Bengals 21-16. Lions beat the Packers 37-30. Arguably, those 2 games probably the 2 biggest upsets, to be honest with you. But, both teams have already clinched playoff berths, and yeah, really didn't matter. Vikings 31-17 winners over the Bears. Black Mondays tomorrow for the coaches. Expect a few firings, maybe a surprise or 2 as well. We'll see. Washington 22-7 win over the Giants. The Jags clowned the Colts. Thank you, Jacksonville. 26-11 win there, as Pittsburgh needed some help. They got it, along with the overtime win on the road against the Ravens, 16-13. Needing a winner in this game, not a tie, a winner. Whether the Chargers and Raiders, just don't tie. Pittsburgh's in with the win and the help they got earlier. Don't tie. Somebody win this game, please. Be 3rd down for the Raiders. Titans beat the Texans. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC. 28-25, your final score. The Saints won 30-20 over the Falcons, but 49ers won in overtime 27-24 against the Rams. So the Saints are out. The Bills beat the Jets 27-10 and now have won consecutive division titles for the first time in 30 years. Carr, strip sack, fumble, and the Chargers right there to recover. You gotta be fucking kidding me. What the hell are you doing? Actually, the Raiders recover it. Now they'll have a 4th and long. And they'll punt with 2:50 and counting to play. Chargers have 3 timeouts, but they're going to get the ball back before the 2-minute warning. And then they'll have 3 timeouts with the 2-minute warning, needing a touchdown to tie this game. Tuck roll, maybe? Well, regardless of whether it was incomplete or a fumble, the Raiders still recovered, and they'll have a 4th down anyway, and they'll punt. Just don't tie. Raider defense, make a stop. Get another turnover, please. I mean, the Steelers give me enough heart attacks. You don't need to do the same damn thing. From the 26 on the punt return. Flag on the play that's coming back. Be a hold or a block in the back. 1st and 10 Chargers. 2:06 to play. 2-minute warning to come. They'll get 1 play off. They'll have a 1st and 10 or 2nd down. 2-minute warning with 3 timeouts. Needing a touchdown to tie the game. I just hope to God we don't go to overtime and this game ends in a tie. Because if so, both these teams are in the playoffs and the Steelers are out. Come on, Raiders. Hold on to this game. Hold on to the win. Where do we leave off? Saints beat the Falcons. Bills beat the Jets. 49ers beat the Rams. The Dolphins beat the Patriots 33-24, but Miami's out. New England's already in, so pointless. Miami does finish 9-8 though, above 500 record. They got a hold on the return, 10 yards from the end of the run, 1st and 10 Chargers. The Seahawks 38-20 against the Cardinals, and the Bucks came back and beat the Panthers at home 41-17. Yeah, we'll see head coaching wise who gets fired tomorrow and who doesn't. I mean, the Raiders and Chargers, yeah, they're playing Sunday football right now. 2 minutes to play, 1st and 10. Herbert airing it out near side, a little too high, incomplete. So they'll have a 2nd and 10 with 2 minutes to play, down 7 with 3 timeouts. Touchdown ties the game. Hope to God we don't go to overtime though, and this game doesn't end in tie. Raiders need to win it. Raiders need to win this game. They're not even going to take a timeout here with 2 minutes to play. They'll play on. No, but the Raiders, the Jaguars, and the Broncos are currently the 3 openings in the league. Of course, John Gruden, Urban Meyer, and then Vic Fangio earlier this morning. Talked about that earlier with what else could open up. We'll update, more tomorrow night potentially during the Culture Bowl Playoff National Championship game, and then also next week during the wild card round as well, and discuss some coaching carousel then. But would they just take knees? Or would somebody want to win? Because if you go to overtime, both teams, if they tie, they're going to the playoffs. You shouldn't play for a tie. The NFL shouldn't allow that. That's the thing with the overtime rule. You play until you have a winner. No game should end in a tie. There is, no doubt about it, but Chris Collinsworth also played for the Bengals, so they're going to bring the card out for a Raider injury. But the Raiders need to hold on to this win. 29-22 with 2 minutes to play. Chargers are going to have a 2nd and 10. Need a big defensive stop or a turnover. Just get the ball back and run the damn clock out. Ooh, that was non-contact too. He landed awkwardly on his left knee. Hopefully he's okay. That has to hurt. Especially with as big as he is. And then he, boom. Well, his hammy might have gave out midair, but then he landed awkwardly on his left knee. Yeah, they bring the card out for him, and hopefully he's all right. He gives a salute. Go win it. Just win, baby. Come on, Raiders. Come on, Raiders. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Raiders up 7, 29-22. If we have a winner, the Steelers are in. If they tie, both these teams are in and the Steelers are out. Need a win. Care who it is. But the Raiders up 7. Yeah. Herbert gets hit, incomplete, 3rd and 10. Now, of course, Chargers could score and go for 2 and win the game that way too, but that's really coming down the wire. You know, that's a photo finish right there. I mean, hell, a couple years ago in Sunday Football in the final regular season game of the year, it came down the goal line. It was 49ers Seahawks from what I can recall. And, I mean, hell, they were both already in the playoffs anyway. It was just a matter of fact who was going to win the division, who was going to be a wild card, and how the seeding was going to go. Big 3rd and 10 here for the Charger offense and the Raider defense. Raiders up 7, 29-22, $1:54 to play. We'll update final stats and scores in a minute. Herbert, 3-step drop, looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Intended for Arnie Palmer. And a Latrobe native helping out the Steelers right now. Big 4th and 10. Chargers have 3 timeouts. I mean, you call one now? Probably not, because you can still get the ball back if you get off the field real quick on defense. 4th and 10, but this could be the ball game right here. Come on, Raiders. Make a stop on D. Make a stop on defense. Let's go. 4th and 10 from the 17. Trip, stop your screen in a bunch. Herbert once again looking through. That's another hold. Pass is caught, and Keenan Allen's going to get the first down, it looks like. So this drive's going to continue. They still got 3 timeouts, a minute and a half and counting to play. New set of downs. Where's the hold? Where's the penalty at? They go hurry up. Herbert once again looking to throw. They get to him, and, well, he gets rid of it, throws it into the ground a little too low, and 10 for Eckler, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Should have been sacked. Come on, Raiders. Second and 10. Play clock winding down. 3, 2, 1. They get it off. Herbert, pass. What a catch. And then it's dropped by Mike Williams. They say incomplete. No catch and fumble. It's incomplete. 3rd and 10. He had it and dropped it right at the last second. A minute 17 to play. Big 3rd down. Another big 3rd and 10. Yeah, that ball just jarred loose as he hit the ground. Incomplete. I mean, honestly, they could say catch and fumble. Looked like the Raiders recovered it. But incomplete, 3rd and 10. From the 27-yard line, they still got a ways to go. Herbert, near side, is intended for Guyton. It's incomplete. 4th and 10, and here's your ball game again, folks. They've been able to convert, but here's a big play. Here's a season for the Chargers. Here's a season for the Steelers. You know, Raiders win. They go to Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh goes to Kansas City. Pittsburgh in as a 7 seed. Do not end in a tie. We need a winner, and we need a loser. 4th and 10. Chargers still, hell, they can get the ball back. Still got 3 timeouts. Herbert gets drilled, and it's caught and then dropped. Almost picked off. Intended for Cook. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Got a late penalty. Don't tell me that's roughing the passer, helmet to helmet. Prior to the pass, holding on the defense. Come on. You just want to make it fucking interesting, don't you? Jesus Christ. I wonder who called that in from the NFL offices. You gotta be kidding me. Let's see a replay. See if it was a hold or not. Well, that's a hold. All right. Still. Come on. Let's go. Trips in a bunch once again. Top of your screen. From the 32. 1st and 10. Crosby gets to him. Ball's out. That's a fumble. Herbert picks it up. He's going to run. And he's going to get the first down. What a play by Justin Herbert. Are they going to say incomplete? I mean, you're going to want to look at that, or fumble. The Raiders are right there to pick it up and recover. I don't know why they didn't. What a play that was. That's incomplete. That's not a fumble. That's incomplete. That ball's going forward. Yeah, that's incomplete. You got to take a look at that. That's what, 2nd and 10? Back at the 32 rather than a 1st and 10 out around midfield? Because he was smart enough to pick it up and, run with it. Which, it's a live ball, it's a fumble. It wasn't like he passed it to himself. Yeah, previous play going to be under further review. Yeah. So at least they are going to take a look at this here. That's an incomplete pass. Arms going forward. Ball comes out. That's incomplete. That's not a fumble. That's incomplete. Yeah. There's no way. And Crosby coming up to sack him, sort of Pele kicked him in the face. So watch, they'll review it, but then they'll throw a penalty on top of it and give them first down. They just want to make it interesting. They're keeping all of us on the edge of our seat, especially us Steelers fans and the Steelers in general. Need a winner and a loser, no tie. If there's a winner, Pittsburgh's in. That's all that matters. That's all that matters right now. So, talk about waiting to the last minute. We're under a minute to play here, 58 seconds. Quick review, they're going to overturn this. It'll be incomplete. Yeah, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they add a few seconds back on the clock. 1:04 to play. All right. Let's go. Come on, Raiders.
2 sacks, 2 hits, 6 hurries.
2nd and 10 from the 32. Minute 4 to play. Chargers need a touchdown, an extra point, up and good to tie this game to force overtime. Hopefully they don't, though, because if we end in a tie, they're both in and the Steelers aren't. Need a winner and a loser. Pass incomplete near side. Be 3rd and 10. Right, first down marker. Intended for Palmer again. I mean, Herbert's been dishing it out. They still got 3 timeouts, though. So, 3rd and 10, 4th and 10, they've been converting. Eventually, I mean, you would think Raiders are going to get the ball back here. Maybe not, though. Who knows? The Chargers still 3 timeouts, under 2 minutes to play, under a minute to play now, 59 seconds. Still could have a chance to get the ball back, probably with a little bit of time remaining, and have them drive the length of the field anyway. Still need a touchdown, whatnot to tie the game. So 3rd and 10, Herbert, pass complete near side, inbounds, run that clock. They will. Chargers still have 3 timeouts, though. We'll see if they call one of them. They do with 51 seconds. They got a new set of downs, 1st and 10. 29-22 Raiders. 51 seconds to play. Come on, we need a winner and we need a loser. No tie. Good play. Keenan Allen on the reception. And they call timeout because he didn't get out of bounds. So 52 seconds, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Getting defensive stop. Let's go. Come on. You don't honestly know right now how much I'm rooting for the Raiders to hold on to win this game. Come on. I actually panned a few Steeler fans in the crowd. Come on. 1st and 10 from the 47. Herbert near side. Eckler wide open, but he was looking the wrong way for the ball, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Yeah, he had him. He just wasn't looking for it. My God. I mean, hell, that conversion right there, they'd be in field goal range. They still need a touchdown to tie it, though. I mean, it'd be a different story if touchdown would win it or field goal would win it. I mean, okay, I'd be, yeah, okay. Get a stop, but then also score. Doesn't matter, just somebody win. 2nd and 10 from the 47. Herbert empty set, 5 wide. And it's going to be caught first down marker. They still got 2 timeouts. Clock's going to roll, though. Once they reset it, 40 seconds. This game going to come down to the final play. Chargers timeout. They'll call their second timeout. They'll have 1 remaining, as do the Raiders with 40 seconds to play. Yeah, if this is tied and goes to overtime and it ends in a tie and they both go to the playoffs, there's going to be hell to pay. There's going to be a riot. And then they definitely need to change the overtime rule then. Because no game at all, regular season, postseason, should end in a tie. You need to have a winner and a loser. Steelers need a winner to make the playoffs. 1st and 10 from the 43. Herbert, deep ball near side, incomplete, out of bounds. 2nd and 10. He's had that throw the whole entire drive, and they've done a decent job. As he actually got leveled and has some grass in his face mask now. Decent job stopping it, forcing the throwaway or just an incomplete pass. But that's all he's been doing, just heaving it deep near side. Like, he wants to catch you off guard is what he wants, and he wants to go over the middle or go far side. He's going to roll out now near side. Pass intended for Eckler, incomplete. Got another 3rd and 10 for the Chargers with 28 seconds to play. Yeah. They do the same thing Arizona does. The field's on the track. They roll it in. Grow it outside and paint it inside, and it's good to go. And Vegas going to host the Pro Bowl, a Super Bowl, and the College Football Playoff National Championship game over the next few years. 3rd and 10, Herbert, a little high, but able to come down with it. Actually, they say no, incomplete. He's out of bounds. They're going to have to look at this. They have both feet in. Did he control it? Looked like a catch to me for 12 yards. I'd say incomplete, though. If they say incomplete, it's incomplete. Let's play. Roll on. Left foot in. Knee might have been down. That's close. They said incomplete, though, on the field. What hit first? His left foot was in, but what hit first? His left side out of bounds or his right toe? They say incomplete. Play clock winding down. 3, 2. Now we've got a timeout. Let him go. Let him take a delay game. The Raiders are going to call timeout. I don't know why. Chargers should have called timeout. 22 seconds to play. 4th and 10 for the Chargers. And once again, here's your ball game. That was close. I mean, because with the timeout, that's going to give them more time to look at it. Yeah, his left knee hit out of bounds before his right toes were dragged. Yeah, left foot in right there, and then left knee down right before, split second before his right toe. So that's a good call by the refs. Like I said, the officiating night, it's been split. It has. It's been decent. It's been average. Could be better, but here's your ball game again. 4th and 10 for the Chargers from the 43. They don't convert, the game's over because they only have 1 timeout to stop the clock. Raiders might have jumped off sides. No, they let him play. 4th and 10. Herbert. Pass. It's caught. 1st and 10. They have 1 timeout. He's down inside the 30 to 29. Complete to Mike Williams. 15 seconds and counting. And they'll burn that 3rd and final timeout. They need a touchdown, an extra point up and good to tie this game at 29 apiece. Come on. No tie. No tie. No overtime. No tie. Need a winner, need a loser. Come on now. This is a perfect example if it does end in a tie. And both teams make the playoffs. Yeah, the Steelers didn't do enough because they lost both these teams. No doubt about it. But perfect reason why the NFL should change the overtime rule. You need a winner and a loser. No game should ever end in a tie. It's 2022. That pass is incomplete on your side. Be 2nd and 10. They got 10 seconds. Raiders, I need your best defense performance right now. Final 10 seconds of the game. Need your best defense performance all season. Need your best defensive performance in franchise history, for God's sakes. And if they tackle in bounds, that clock's going to roll. Neither team has any time to stop a clock. So you got to get the hell out of bounds if you're the Chargers. 10 seconds. They got 2 plays if they're lucky. But 2nd and 10 from the 29 for the Chargers. 7-point lead for the Raiders, 29-22. Herbert, pass, caught, and then he gets out of bounds with 4 seconds. Clock's rolling, though. 3, 2. They huddle. They going to say catch or incomplete? They say catch. Inbounds. They're going to look at it. Actually, no, then they say incomplete after they talk it over a little bit more. So incomplete. They got 2 seconds. 3rd and 10. Here's your ball game. And probably the right call. The ball did hit the ground as he was going out of bounds. I mean, you could take a look at it if you want to, review it, no doubt about it. I mean, but it's either going to be 1st and 10, or the 2nd and 10 from 31 yards out. And 2 seconds. Need a touchdown to tie this game. Come on, Raiders. Come on.
Terry, what do you see?
I got a catch. He gets control of the ball. Then the nose of the ball touches the ground, but he doesn't lose control. That elbow is inbounds.
They say elbow down inbounds before the ball came out. And I don't know about that.
Absolutely not.
They're going to review it. They're looking at it right now.
This is just amazing. The number of plays that have been, it looked like game over. It looked rich. Besides, he just started taking a drink of water. And it's the way you're going to for both these teams all season, but especially for the Raiders. They have been in a ton of these games.
We'll let a drink of something else after this game. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Al Michaels. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So they're looking at it.
By the way, if the Raiders get to the playoffs, it'll be the first time in 60 years a team has gone to the playoffs after making a midseason coaching change. Has it happened since 1961?
Can you imagine if they scored 0 for 1, win the toss, the Chargers do, and these two same units go right back out on the field?
After review, it's a catch. So they'll have a 1st and 10 at the 12. And they got a shorter distance to score a touchdown and tie this game up. You got to be kidding me. Come on. Oh, my God. No. Just no. What the hell is happening right now? First and 10 from the 12. 5 seconds. Herbert drops back, looks to throw. In the end zone, it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. You got to be fucking kidding me. With no time left, extra points going to tie, and then we're going to go to overtime. And if we go to overtime and these two teams tie, they're both in the playoffs and the Steelers are out. Jesus Christ. Really? After all of that, this is how this is going to end? Oh my God.
But I don't think he humanly could at this point.
I don't either.
You have to be shitting me right now. Miss the extra point, God damn it. I mean, because come overtime, are these two teams just going to play to tie each other? Is somebody going to want to win or what? This is going to be the 3rd overtime game today. Both road teams won earlier, maybe 3rd time to charm. Just as long as they don't play for a tie now, I could care less who fucking wins this game. Just somebody win. Just somebody win. We're tied at the end of regulation, going to overtime, tied at 29. You got to be kidding me. You couldn't get a stop? Oh my God. seriously? Herbert now 32 of 58, 330 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Derek Carr 16 of 30, a buck 56 and 2 touchdowns. The Raiders, hell, they have been on offense and God knows how long now at this point. They converted on how many third and fourth downs late in the second half, no doubt about it. We're going to overtime. 10-minute period. If they tie, they tie. They're both in the playoffs. So the decision now is, do you play to tie each other and you're both in? Or do you play until you have a winner? Somebody wins, somebody loses. Winners in the playoffs, losers out, and the Steelers are in then. But if these two teams tie, the Steelers are out. Tails is a call. Heads, Raiders getting the ball. Drive and score a touchdown. You've won in overtime already this year. Do it again. We're going to overtime. This is the third overtime game of the day. And why the hell not go to overtime in the final regular season game of the season? 29-29, Chargers and Raiders, with the playoffs to start next week. Just, man, what a game. I mean, it had to have come down to this, so, right. I mean, come on now. 1st and 10, Carr's pass incomplete, so now 2nd and 10. Carr's 5-0 in overtime when having at least one possession. That's all time in his career. They're undefeated in overtime this year already as well. Raiders score a touchdown, they win. If they don't, next score wins the game. Whatever these two teams do, do not tie. Please do not tie. I don't care who wins this game now. Just don't fucking tie. From the 25, 2nd and 10. Just had to, go to overtime, though, to make it interesting. Josh Jacobs on the run, out past the 40. 45, 50. Pushed out of bounds to the 45. Back to the run game. Nice run there by 28, Double J. Good blocking up front, and they wanted a face mask. They didn't get it, but 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 47. Touchdown for them on this opening drive, wins it. They'll run it again to Josh Jacobs, and he'll get another first down. Inside the 30, down to the 29. 2 plays are in Charger territory, knocking on the door. Got to score a touchdown. You settle for 3, they get a chance. Make sure Herbert and Chargers right now don't get the opportunity to do that. Touchdown wins the game. Raiders win. They go to Cincinnati. Patriots go to Buffalo. And the Steelers go to the Chiefs. Need a winner, no tie. These two teams tie, the Steelers are out when they're both in then. Raiders win, Steelers are in. Chargers win, Steelers are in. 1st and 10 from the 29. Carr going to hand off. Josh Jacobs for the 3rd straight play. Why don't you, roll out and run some play action? Maybe you go to your tight end and Darren Waller, Foster Murneau. Zay Jones caught the game winner in overtime week 1 on Monday Night Football against the Ravens to kickstart the year. Why not go back to him and, score a touchdown in overtime at home on Sunday Night Football to close out the year and make the playoffs and help out the Steelers in the meantime. 2nd and 10. Carr under center, looks to throw. Complete near side. There is Zay Jones. He'll get about 7 yards. Be 3rd down and short. Whatever you do, don't tie. Whatever you do, don't tie. And if so, there's going to be a conspiracy against whoever you want to fill in the blank with. Rigged, blah, 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 blah. The NFL is going to be in for it. There's no doubt. 3rd and 3 from the 22. And Carr looking to throw. In the end zone. A little too high and complete. Intended for Darren Waller. 4th and 3, you got to kick it. Kick the field goal. Where's Daniel Carlson? You got to kick it. Go up 32-29. All right. As long as somebody's going to be on top with a lead and we're not tied in overtime. Yeah, come on, let's go. The Chargers get the ball back. Just as long as they don't kick it and we're tied again, trade back and forth, time's running out. If they, don't get anything, okay, so be it. They score and win, okay, so be it too. As long as we have a winner and a loser. Daniel Carlson already good for 3 field goals here tonight. This officially from 40 yards with 7:14 to play. This is to make it 32-29. The kick is up and the kick's good, so the Raiders are back on top. Thank God. 32-29, 7:09 to play. Next score going to win the game, though, for the Chargers. Field goal, we play on. Touchdown, or nothing at all, ends it. So we'll take another commercial break here as we hit midnight on the East Coast. So once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Of course, I once again here picked the right time to tune in just with the second half rather than the full game. That's how we'd be running for another 4 hours at this point if we would start. But we're 2.5 hours or so in now. About that, maybe. Actually, that might be what it ends up as once I get done talking. We're almost at the 2 hour mark, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, because it's about 10 o'clock. It's midnight now. All right, that makes sense. That adds up. Derek Carr, 17 of 33, $163 and 2 touchdowns. Both Hunter Renfrow, who's had a quiet game since that second touchdown. Josh Jacobs has 22 carries, 109 yards rushing, and a touchdown. And remember, if the Raiders win, they go to Cincinnati, and the Steelers go to the Chiefs. If the Chargers win, they go to Buffalo, and the Steelers go to the Chiefs. If these two teams tie tonight, they're both in, the Steelers are out. Need a winner. Need a winner and a loser. No tie game. No tie. Please, no tie. Raiders on top, 32-29, 7:09 to play in overtime. Chargers, hey, if you drive and score and win the game on a touchdown, so be it. From the 35, Raiders on to kick off. And we'll have a touchback. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 25. Come on now. Let's get a stop. Let's get a stop, Raider defense. Or if the Chargers drive and score a touchdown, okay. Just don't kick a fucking field goal. Whatever you do, do not kick a field goal. And if you do, you better miss it, LA. You better kick it from Vegas to San Diego. 1st and 10 from the 25. And they'll fake the run. Herbert looking to throw, has Jared Cook wide open down the far sideline, and he's going to run out of bounds out past midfield. They're going for the win. This might be coming back, though, because of a penalty. Holding 10 yards, replay the down, be 1st and 20. Or illegal man downfield. 5 yards, replay it. Be 1st and 15. And the former Steeler, Matt Flyler. The former Steeler, illegal man downfield. Gonna cost the Chargers the game right now. I'll take it. Hell yeah. Whew. Need the Raiders to hold on or the Chargers to go score a touchdown to win this game. No field goal. And if you kick a field goal, you better miss it. 1st and 15. Chargers they get those 5 yards back. Be 2nd down. 6.5 to play. Whew, come on. Let's go. Way to keep people on the edge of their seat here tonight. I'm sure this is trending big time on social media right now. And out of the gun, Herbert going to step up and dumps it off incomplete, intended for Eckler. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Chargers. 6:06 to play. They've been able to convert on a few third and fourth downs, though, here tonight. So, come on. Get a stop. Third and 9 for the Chargers. Herbert. Pass. Incomplete. Nice coverage. Incomplete. 4th and 9. Here's your ball game again, folks. I know I've said that a few times, but we're going to play on, hopefully, until we have a winner and no tie. It will come down to this. 4th and 9 for the Chargers. Here's your ball game, and here's your Charger season, potentially. Come on, Raider defense. Come on, Raiders. Just win, baby. Just win. Let's roll the dice. 4th and 9. Here we go. Herbert looking to throw. Pass. Complete. Mike Williams off to the races. 35-30, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Wow, you got to be kidding me. What a throw, and what a catch, and what a game. Justin Herbert putting the team on his back. Yeah, I'm speechless too, Al Michaels. I think everybody is. Just play after play after play. A 4th and 9, and it goes for 50. Yeah, ain't that the truth, Chris Collinsworth? That might be the best thing you've ever said. Here's a guy, Justin Herbert. Almost 400 yards passing on 62 attempts. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 27. Whatever you do, you better score a touchdown now after all this. You kick a field goal, you better miss. Or you at least better give the Raiders some time to get the ball back with their 2 timeouts and 2-minute warning to try to drive and score once again of their own. This game, I swear to God, if it ends in a tie. And if he would have cut back in, he might have been gone. Empty set 5 wide. 2nd and 6. Herbert, pass, incomplete. Good coverage. They wanted a pass interference. They're going to get it. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. They're in field goal range. They're going to kick it if they don't convert here, you would think. Because a field goal ties it. But why not miss it? Why not wide right? Why not wide left? Remember, the Chargers already missed a field goal. Because with that late touchdown, that would have won it for them if they would have had that. Third and 6 for the Chargers from the 23. Need a turnover or a missed field goal at this point. Herbert, maybe even a touchdown to win it. In the end zone, it's, oh my God, almost caught and almost a touchdown for the Chargers. Intended for Mike Williams, right off his fingertips. If I'm the Chargers, you got to kick it. Hopefully they miss it, though. The Raiders are going to get it back if they make it. Next score wins the game. At that point, this will tie. But with 4.5 and 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, the Raiders should still be able to get in field goal range to potentially win it once again themselves. Just hope to God this game does not end in a damn tie. 41-yard field goal to tie it to continue overtime. Snap, hold, kick. It's good. We're tied at 32 again. You have to be kidding me. What the hell is going on? 32-32 with 4:30 to play. Raiders going to get it back. 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning. Next score wins the game. Field goal, touchdown. Next score wins the game. Wow. Yeah, tons of pressure. Tons of anxiety and a heart attack on the way. And if both these teams tie, they're both in the playoffs. Yeah. Next score is going to win. Hell, the next score there was going to win the game. But yeah, next score wins the game. Just hope to God. that this game once again does not end in a tie. Hopefully we have a winner. Come on now, let's go. Roethlisberger, all the Steeler fans want somebody to win this game. At this point, we don't give a shit who it is. Just fucking win. Don't tie. And a touchback on the kick. So the Raiders are going to have a 1st and 10 from the 25. They got 75 yards, 4.5 to play, 2 timeouts with a 2-minute warning. All they need is a field goal to win it. Next score wins this game. Come on, Raiders. Ball's in your court now. Let's go. Maybe even a defensive touchdown. Or if the Chargers can get the ball back with time and timeouts and get in field goal range of their own, or score another touchdown for that matter. Somebody please just win this game. Somebody please just win this game. 1st and 10 from the 25. And they'll fake the give to Josh Jacobs. Derek Carr. And it'll be caught at the 42 by Brian Edwards. Move the sticks. 1st and 10 Raiders. Let's go. Got to score. Next score wins the game. Field goal, touchdown. Next score wins. Raiders better win this game now. We're tied in overtime with 4 minutes and change to play. Tied at 32. Man, just what a game here tonight. And, you know, why not save the best for last before the playoffs begin? Monday. That is officially on the East Coast now today. Hand off Josh Jacobs and spin on the tackle. He gets to about the 49. It'll be 2nd down. Three and counting to play. Raiders starting to work the clock a little bit. I don't know why. Come on, let's go. 2nd and 3. Next score wins the game. Just get field goal range for Daniel Carlson. He's already made 4. Hell, he made 5 at Dallas on Thanksgiving. They won in overtime. Why not do it again? From the 49, 2nd and 3. And Carr pump fakes and then dumps it off near side. Jalen Richard. Nice tackle for loss in the backfield. They want a face mask. They're not going to get it. Be 3rd and long. Under 3 to play. Come on. Cutting it too close now. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Come on. No. Not like this. Not like this. No. Be 3rd down for the Raiders. I mean, I would think if the Chargers get off the field, they'll call timeout, get the ball back with a timeout and 2-minute warning to come. Maybe they run it the whole way down. They missed the face mask there. It's a 15-yard penalty. That's automatic 1st down for the Raiders. These refs don't want anybody to win. 3rd and 8 officially, somehow, when he lost, I don't know how many yards. Carr stepping up. And a 1st down. Zay Jones on the far sideline. 1st and 10 Raiders. Move the sticks again. 2:17 and counting. Clock's actually going to stop for a second. Now it's rolling. They can take this 2-minute warning. Just get in field goal range for Daniel Carlson. Game winner. Come on. Come on, Raiders. That's a catch. It's a 1st down. Yeah, 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in overtime. We're tied at 32. And if this game ends in a tie, both teams make the playoffs and the Steelers don't. But if we have a winner and a loser, somebody's advancing, somebody's season's over, and the Steelers are in. Need a winner and a loser. Come on now. Let's go. Their TV timeout. We're live TV here. It's past midnight on the East Coast. So once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Man, just what the hell? Come on now, let's go. This game should haven't come down like this right now. No way, no reason for it. But this is how it's played out, so here we are. And if it ends the way it might end in a tie, yeah, we can complain all we want, but once again, The Steelers didn't beat the Raiders, and they didn't beat the Chargers this year. So that's why they're in the spot they're in. 1st and 10, 2 minutes to play. You play to win, I would think. Hope to God somebody wins this game. Yeah, if game ends and tie, both teams advance to postseason. If we have a winner and a loser, the Steelers are in as a 7 seed. 1st and 10, though, from the 45. 2 minutes and 2 timeouts for the Silver and Black. They hand off to Josh Jacobs. What are you doing? Get the fucking field goal range. Come on. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, all us Steeler fans in the Steel City, no doubt about it. And it's a big fuck you from the NFL. But at the same time, the Steelers didn't do enough to, make it as it is. Hand off Josh Jacobs. He gets to the 38. Be 3rd down. Minute 11 and counting to play. Because, like I said, they lost to both these teams. They split or win both of them, they might already be in. I don't know. Now we got a sign that says take the tie. Under a minute to play in overtime. We're tied at 32. Come on. You got to be kidding me right now. 3rd and 4. And you got 2 timeouts. There's about a 13-second differential between the game clock and play clock. Just get in field goal range. They might be doing that. The Chargers take a timeout. With 38 seconds, Raiders will have a 3rd and 4. I mean, if they don't get the 1st down, bring Carlson on to kick it. If not, I mean, oh my God. Just hopefully he makes a damn fucking field goal at this point. Come on. What the hell? I think everybody's trying to process this. There's no reason this game should end in a tie. The NFL, honestly, should be held accountable with how bad the overtime rule is. You play until you have a winner. We've been bitching about this for how long, and they still haven't changed it. 3rd and 4 from the 39. Zay Jones in motion. And they'll run it with Josh Jacobs. And he'll get the 1st down to the 29. All right, now you got 2 timeouts. Go. Spike it. Call a timeout 30 seconds. Clock's going to roll. I mean, hell, you're in Daniel Carlson field goal range now. I mean, you could run this clock down, kick it, hope to God he fucking makes it. If he misses, this game ends in a tie and they're both in the playoffs. They're going to wind the clock and call it timeout 3 seconds, and this is how this game is going to end. With a game-winning field goal potentially to close out overtime. And if the Raiders win, they go to the Bengals. They take a timeout 3 seconds. So they're going to try to win it here rather than tie. Screw the Chargers. Help out the Steelers. Hell yeah, Raiders. Come on, kick it. Come on, Daniel Carlson. You got to make this. Chargers have 1 timeout, though. Keep that in mind. Ice them. So here comes number 2, Daniel Carlson, with 2 seconds to play. Field goal wins the game. If he misses, game ends in a tie. Both teams are in the playoffs, and the Steelers are out. So this is what it's coming down to. My God. You have to be kidding me right now. You have to be. Oh, my God. Come on, Daniel Carlson. From 47 yards out. Chargers have a timeout. We'll see if they ice them or not. This is going to be for the win in overtime. To send the Raiders and the Steelers to the playoffs. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Raiders win, and the Steelers are going to the playoffs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The Raiders win in overtime 35-32. The Chargers are speechless. They'll finish at 9-8. Remember, the Chargers missed a field goal, and there's a field goal that LA decided to go for it inside their own 20. Turnover on downs. Raiders capitalized with a field goal. They just kicked the game winner, though, in overtime. 35-32, your final score. Raiders win in overtime. Head to the playoffs for the second time in the past 18 years. Them and the Steelers clinch the final 2 spots in the AFC. The Raiders are going to Cincinnati on Saturday afternoon. The Steelers are heading to Kansas City next Sunday night. The Chargers are done. Fuck them. What a game. Just thank God this game did not end in a tie. I would have said fuck both of them if he would have missed it. Herbert's future is bright. I mean, shit. 34, 64 for 383 and 3 touchdowns tonight. Daniel Carlson, once again, 5 for 5 on field goals. Rely on your special teams, folks. That's 15 points. You kick it. And they do. And they win on a game winner in overtime. That's 3 overtime games. They 2-1 on game-winning field goals. And with the Steelers and Raiders both winning and the help, both are in the playoffs. So your AFC is Tennessee 1, they're on a bye. Kansas City's 2, they'll host Pittsburgh next Sunday night. 3 is Buffalo, they'll host New England, who falls to 6. Vegas is 5, they'll play at Cincinnati, who is 4. That's your AFC playoffs. NFC 1 is in fact Green Bay, they're off, they have a bye as well. 2 is Tampa Bay, they'll host Philadelphia. 3 is, all off the top of my head right now, sort of disbelief, not necessarily shocked, but thank you. Thank you. The Raiders help out the Steelers, as did the Jaguars earlier, so a ton of thanks to both. Thank you. Yeah, 3's the Dallas Cowboys, they'll host the Niners. And 4's the Rams. At least one LA team's in the playoffs, in the LA Stadium in Inglewood, SoFi Stadium, not the Coliseum, as they're getting ready for a NASCAR race next month. The Rams are in the playoffs, the Chargers aren't. The Rams are going to host the Cardinals next Monday night. So your playoff schedule is as follows. I'm sure they'll give us the rundown here in a second as well. But next Saturday, we're going to have Raiders-Chargers. That'll be at 4:30 on NBC. Next Saturday night, we have the Patriots and Bills on CBS. I'll have live watch-along reactions live there on YouTube of both matchups, so be sure to tune in. Next Sunday, Eagles-Bucks at 1 o'clock on Fox. 49ers-Cowboys, 4 o'clock on CBS. And now next Sunday night with the Raider win, thank you to the Silver and Black, the Steelers are in the playoffs as the 7th seed in the AFC. They'll head to Kansas City, a place they just lost at 3 weeks ago, the day after Christmas, 36-10. But as mentioned once again, turnovers a big factor in that game. The Steelers don't turn it over 3 times for a total of a Chief 17 points, That final drive is totally different. If they, on top of that, make the field goal that they missed, it's 19-13 rather than what it was. It's a whole new game. Derek Carr says he tried his best. The Raiders tried their best. I'd love to have Derek Carr's starting quarterback. Just win, baby. And the Raiders do. 4th overtime win for them this year. Another game-winning field goal for them as well. They've done that a few too many times. They've been cutting it close. I wouldn't want to play the Raiders. I wouldn't want to play the Steelers either come playoff time now. We'll see what Cincinnati's got. I wouldn't want to play New England or Buffalo though right now either. So we'll see how the AFC shakes out. All 3 wildcard games going to be rematches. 2 on Saturday, 1 next Sunday night. Be Raiders, Bengals, Patriots, Bills, and then Steelers, Chiefs. The NFC is Eagles, Bucks, 49ers, Cowboys. That game's the only non-rematch from the regular season because then next Monday night, it'll be Cardinals, Rams. The Raiders are moving on. Chargers going home. Derek Carr, yeah, he's calm. You can tell he's emotional, though. He didn't get to play in that playoff game a few years back because he was injured, remember? Yeah. A lot of emotion later. Hell, he's emotional right now. You got to respect Derek Carr. Job's not done. Still got a lot of football left to be played. We got 6 games next week. We got 4 games the following week, 2 conference championship games, and 1 Super Bowl. All to come within the next month. We'll crown a champion, whether it's the Bucs repeating or somebody taking the throne. Valentine's Day weekend, Sunday night, February the 13th, from the Chargers home in Southern California. But tonight, on Sunday Night Football, to close out the year, game 272 in the regular season. Playoffs begin next Saturday. The Raiders in overtime defeat the Chargers 35-32 on a game-winning field goal. Thank the Lord the game did not end in a tie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Steelers won today. They needed the Jacksonville Jaguars to defeat the Colts. That happened. And they needed this game here tonight with the Chargers and Raiders to not end in a tie. It almost did. But a 47-yard field goal as time expired in overtime. If he would have missed it, they would have tied and they'd both be in the playoffs. But he made it. And the Raiders win, so that means the Steelers are also in. I wouldn't want to play the Titans either, going back to the AFC playoffs. I want it. I mean, Houston gave them a run for their money in both games. Hell, they beat them the first time, almost beat them earlier today. Tennessee's going to get a bye. They're going to get Derrick Henry back as well, it looks like, at some point in time. We'll see. But, yeah, the Titans are 1, the Chiefs are 2, the Bills are 3, Bengals 4. Your 4 division winners. But remember, only top seed gets a bye now. 5, 6, and 7 is Raiders, Patriots, Steelers. Titans on a bye. Chiefs host the Steelers. Bills host the Patriots. And the Bengals will host these Raiders that just won. In overtime, once again, on another game-winning field goal. They found a way to win. Just win, baby. Raiders are going to finish regular season at 10-7. Chargers dropped to 9-8. The NFC, Packers get a first-round bye. 2 is Tampa Bay. They'll host Philadelphia, who's 7. Both Pennsylvania teams, your 7 seeds. Long stretch, but potential Pennsylvania Super Bowl, we'll see. It's possible. I highly doubt it, but it's possible. That's why they play the games. Not stat on paper, it's stat on the field. 3 is Dallas. They'll host San Francisco. And 4 and 5 are the Rams and Cardinals. So, yeah, it'll be Raiders, Bengals, Saturday afternoon on NBC. Saturday night, Patriots, Bills. Next Sunday at 1 o'clock on Fox. It'll be the Eagles and Bucks. Sunday afternoon on CBS and Nickelodeon for the Slime game. 49ers, Cowboys. And next Sunday night on Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Next Monday night, first ever Monday night playoff game, Cardinals, Rams on ESPN. So they're going to give us the rundown now. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, a doubleheader Saturday, tripleheader next Sunday, and then Monday Night Football. And I'll have live watch-along reactions live here on YouTube of every game, so be sure to tune back in. But also be sure to tune back in tomorrow night, actually later on tonight. We're almost 12:30, 1 o'clock now here on the East Coast. So once again, always greatly appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Where do we want to start is right. What a game. What a finish to the regular season. Wow. Yeah, Raiders are on to Cincinnati. Patriots get the Bills again, and the Steelers and Chiefs. All 3 rematches. The lone non-rematch is 49ers Cowboys. They'll meet Sunday afternoon from the Big D. After Philly and Tampa Bay, and the next Monday night, once again, it'll be the Cardinals and Rams. Arguably, one of the best as of late playoff brackets in the NFL for the playoffs. in the second-year format for the 14 teams in the playoffs, so with only the top seed getting a bye. So we'll see how it all plays out. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. Nobody's going to, have a chance to tie now. You play until you have a winner in the playoffs, especially, come the Super Bowl. So that's why they play the games. We'll see who wins and we'll see who loses. But, arguably could be, on paper at least, we'll see how the games play out. One of the best NFL playoffs to come. Few teams missed out, no doubt about it. A few almost missed out, but here we go. They're in. And, it'll be interesting to see how the wild card, the divisional, and the conference championship games, along with Super Bowl 56, LVI, play out. 35-32, Raiders win it against the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. Why not have it end the way it did here tonight? Why not? Why the hell not? Believe me, right now I could be more pissed off than I just was before that game-winning kick. But sigh of relief. I can breathe. Raiders win it and the Steelers are in, so that's all that matters. Ben's got one more game, at least, and that's next Sunday night. Remember, last year in the playoffs, wild card round, but this week and actually a year ago now today, Monday night, January the 10th, they got beat at home in front of no fans on Sunday Night Football against Cleveland Browns. So now they're going to have to, go to Kansas City, which they've done in the playoffs and also won when the game's been at night on NBC. So who says they can't do it again? That's where we're at. I mean, man, holy shit. Way too close for comfort. Way too close for comfort. What a game, and, big win, no doubt about it, for the Raiders. That was a close call right there, man. Just thankful that somebody won and they didn't tie. That's all I'll say right now. I'm actually, now that I think about it here, going to hold off on giving you my playoff predictions for who I have winning. Be sure to keep an eye on my NFL playoff predictions, though. Those will be recorded at the earliest sometime Tuesday. I'm hoping to get it up. Local news to start now, so, mute. And I'm hoping to get those up the latest now Thursday night sometime. So, of course, go stream tomorrow night, actually now tonight. Nothing like waiting till the last minute to end this game along with tuning in and listening by any means, but thank you. And that's a black and gold W rather than a red and white. Hey, they're in the dance, and that's all that matters. I think I have more room to talk than anybody who's a fan of the teams that, didn't make it in, but, man, that was close. Actually, local news here showing some highlights of the CR game from earlier. That I don't know how many heart attacks I had today, but if I'd have to guess, probably one too many. Like Al Michael said there earlier, shit. Fourth quarter seems like it was 5 hours ago. We're all going to need something to drink after this. No doubt about it. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And I do believe officially across the pond it is. Because we're just past midnight here on the East Coast. And they're 5 hours ahead of us, so that'd be about right. All jokes aside, Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. What a game here tonight, but what a season, regular season to this point in time. To close it out before the playoffs begin now, next weekend. What a season it's been for all the teams, especially the ones that did make it. Whether they had to wait till the last second to know whether or not they were going to be in or not, or they clinched a few weeks ago or whenever officially made it. The AFC playoffs are now going to go through Music City, LP Field, Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and then the Frozen Tundra up in Lambeau, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Packers #1 seed in the NFC. So, Yeah, I'm going to have an NFL playoff preview. I'm not going to give you my picks now. I'm going to hold off and actually record a video, even though I probably should just tell you who the hell I have winning, so I don't have to do that later, but I'm going to do more work than I have to in that regard, and sit down and record and upload that. Probably, with what I'm thinking, won't do as good as the College Football Playoff preview that you still, of course, have a chance to go check out before the College Football Playoff Championship game tomorrow night. Roll Tide. But at the same point in time, I really don't care. As long as I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Just want, as always, to thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Update some stats and scores here real quick before we sign off. Yeah, Justin Herbert finished 34-64. 383 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Their rushing attack, they got away from the run game in the second half, it felt like. But Herbert put the team on his back, and, they drove and scored and tied it, forced overtime, traded field goals in overtime, and then the Raiders kicked the game winner in overtime and won it 35-32. Eckler had 16 carries, 64 yards rushing, and a touchdown. Justin Jackson, 3 of 20. That was all in the first half. Because remember, I started this stream right at halftime. And we caught the better of the game, no doubt about it. I mean, it was balanced, though, for the most part, from start to finish. The Raiders almost blew it, allowing the Chargers to come back and tie to force overtime, no doubt about it. But it was, 17-14 at halftime, and then, you do the math. They both did. Chargers did a little bit more in the second half, but both did about the same there in third and fourth quarters and in overtime. So, a win's a win, though. That's all anybody ever remembers. This one's going to sting for the Chargers, no doubt about it. They'll hit the showers early and move on to next year now. Going to be a hard pill to swallow, no doubt about it. So this will fuel the Charger-Raider rivalry. I'm sure one of these two matchups in the NFC West with these two teams next year is going to be in prime time if I had FDS. That's another thing I didn't mention earlier, because with the playoffs now to begin, you have the coaching carousel, Black Monday to come now tomorrow, officially technically today for on the East Coast. But yeah, the playoffs, kidding me? Playoffs. You'll have, the doubleheader on Saturday, tripleheader Sunday, Monday Night Football next week. You have the playoffs, and then, of course, the season's going to end with the Super Bowl. That'll be Sunday night, February 13th, Valentine's Day weekend, less than a month away now. Or actually just a little over a month away, excuse me. Week from, Thursday? Yeah, a week from Thursday, or a month from Thursday. And then, it's the combine, it's free agency, it's the draft, but then the schedule is going to come out at some point in time around there, too. It's always normally been before the draft, but the past couple years, for some unknown reason, they've waited until, early, mid-May for some reason, just to, space it out a little bit more, I guess. Know who's on what teams now after the offseason, opponents are going to be out there now officially after the regular season is now officially done and over with. But, when the games are actually going to be played, that's a different story. So, yeah, forgot to throw that in there earlier. So here we are now. But yeah, if I'd have to guess, this is going to be in prime time next year. Probably once again on Sunday Night Football. But Mike Williams finished with 9 catches, 119 yards receiving and a touchdown. Jared Cook had 4 catches, 80 yards. Keenan Allen, 652. Jalen Guyton finished with the same stat line there, 6 catches, 50 yards receiving. Josh Palmer, 445 and a touchdown. Austin Eckler had 5 catches, 35 yards and a score as well. However, Derek Carr, once again, just as Herbert put the team on his back, he put the team even more on his back, if that makes any sense. And once again, found a way to win the game. Just win, baby. That's all it takes. Another overtime win, another game-winning field goal win for the Raiders here in the 2021-22 campaign as well. Derek Carr, 20-36, only 186 yards passing, but he did have 2 touchdowns. Both were to Hunter Renfrow, who had 2 catches, 14 yards, and the 2 scores. Josh Jacobs had 26 carries, 132 yards rushing and a touchdown. Rashard, 2 of 24. Mariota, 4 of 23. And then Brian Edwards had 4 catches, 63 yards. Foster Renault, 2 of 50. Zay Jones, 5 of 27. Darren Waller, quiet, 2 of 22 here tonight, but first game back in quite a while. They'll work him back in the lineup. Renfrow, 4 of 13 officially in those 2 scores. So he did have a couple more catches, but for no yards. Jacobs, 2 of 12, and then Jalen Richard also had 2 catches, 3 yards. But the Raiders win in the end. Just win, baby. Raiders do just that. 35-32 your final score once again in overtime. So, yeah, I'll leave you with that. Raiders win it. They're in, as are the Steelers, so thank you. But keep an eye on my NFL playoff prediction video. I'll drop it on the YouTube channel at some point in time this week. Whether that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hell, maybe even Friday. I'm going to try to get it up as early as I possibly can. So I have some room to breathe there before the playoffs do in fact begin on Saturday, but we'll see when it gets uploaded. But yeah, just keep an eye on that. I mean, if I'd have an early guess on who I'd pick to win, it would be the Raiders. As mentioned earlier, who says, as they already have gone on the road, Cowboys, Browns, Colts, and won on game-winning field goals. Who says they can't go back to the Midwest, back to the state of OHIO once again as well, and defeat the Bengals? Until the Bengals win in the playoffs, it's a little hard to pick them. It's been 30 years since they won a playoff game. I mean, I'm not going to be shocked if Cincinnati wins and, makes a run. But like I said, I wouldn't want to play the Raiders right now. I wouldn't want to play the Steelers, though, either. Like I said, the AFC, I wouldn't want to play any of the 7 fucking teams. I wouldn't want to play any of the 14 total teams, AFC, NFC. So, that's why it's the playoffs. It's the best of the best. There's a reason why they're in and the teams that aren't in. But I'd have to take the Raiders, flip a coin for Pats, Bills. I mean, both home teams lost. So New England's going back on the road again. I don't know how the weather is going to be, but Mac Jones is going to have to throw it more than the 3 times he did a month ago on Monday night. They'll be in primetime once again on Saturday night next week. I'd have to take the Bucks, even though the Eagles have been playing better as of late. Of course, that's a rematch, and Tampa almost blew it mid-October. If San Francisco can run the football, Dallas, hard time stopping it. Cowboys can put up points, though. They just did that last night, of course, technically 2 nights ago now, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday morning now, officially. But last night, against a few reserves, no doubt about it. That's a coin flip right there. I don't know who you'd want to have win Patriots, Bills again, along with 49ers, Cowboys. I mean, I would say advantage home teams, to be honest with you, in those 2 games, but at the same time, it's the playoffs. It's a whole new season now. You give it everything you got, because if you lose, you're done. Season's over with. So right now, I'm not going to pick any of those two games. Of course, I'm going to pick Pittsburgh to beat Kansas City, no doubt about it, because they should have beaten the first time a couple weeks ago, day after Christmas. But turnovers, 3 turnovers of 17 points is what cost them. And then the missed field goal. They don't turn it over. Chiefs don't capitalize. They have that missed field goal. It's 19-13 late in the fourth quarter. It's a whole different ballgame than what it was. So, and like I said, they've gone to Kansas City and won the playoffs in prime time before, so who says they can't do it again? Give me the Steelers. And then, it's a coin flip for the Cardinals and Rams as well. It is. The Cardinals were undefeated on the road until they lost. They've been shaky the past month or so. Really since they lost at home to the Rams. Now they got to go back to LA. Place already won though this year, but that's a coin flip right there too. I don't know, but in the end, come to the divisional round, both the Packers and Titans are going to be coming off byes, and they'll host a home divisional matchup against should be the lowest remaining seed if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see who wins what and who's playing who in the divisional round, but it's going to be a trickle-down effect, as it always is. It's a bracket, You play until you have a champion, and that's the Super Bowl. So, keep an eye on my NFL playoff preview, because it'll be released at some point in time this week. Don't exactly know when right now, but as always, just want to say thanks for tuning in here tonight and all regular season long. Hopefully you'll tune in for the playoffs as well. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And hope to see everybody now tomorrow night for some more live watch along reactions over on YouTube this time around in college football for the college football playoff national championship game. And then also WWE Monday Night Raw. So, that'll do it for myself. Your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Coin Luke 96 live here on YouTube here this evening. Raiders won it in overtime in a game-winning field goal, 35-32. As your playoff standings are as follows: 1 through 7, the AFC and NFC respectively, with matchups to follow. The Titans are 1. The Chiefs are 2. They'll host the Steelers, who are 7. 3 is Buffalo. They'll host New England, who is 6. And then your 4-5 in the AFC is Bengals, Raiders. NFC, Packers are on a bye. They're your 1 seed. 2 is Tampa Bay. They'll host Philadelphia, who is 7. 3 is the Cowboys. They'll host the Niners. And then Rams, Cardinals. Let me know in the comments below who you have winning during NFL Super Wildcard weekend, during wildcard round next weekend, advancing to the divisional round, and then from 6 games to 4 games with a doubleheader, tripleheader, and a Monday night to 2 doubleheaders on Saturday and Sunday, respectively, to the conference championship games with another doubleheader, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl 56, Valentine's Day weekend, Sunday night, February 13th. We're on to the NFL playoffs here in 2021-2022. Let me know in the comments below once again who you have winning. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.